Hello. Welcome to the show that just heard the funniest joke he's ever heard in his life. But I'm not going to tell it to you because I'm a jerk. It's the Book of Unwritten Tales. Look at Wilbur just staring into my soul here, waiting for me to do something. This is the third episode, and we're still kind of in the starting area, so I'm really trying to get past it today. We need to find hops and grain for the dwarf so he can make some dwarven ale. Oh, now he's sad. He's looking down through. Oh, now he's staring at me again. Anyway. It has something to do with all mom's stuff here, I'm sure. Let's see what's going on. Wilbur figure it out for us.
I think I'll just leave that alone. We gnomes have a golden rule. Hands off another gnome's experiments.
Okay. It's a good rule, I guess. Let's see if this goes in here.
Why should I fertilize potting soil when there's nothing planted in it?
Because...
The plants have grown. I could have sworn they weren't here yesterday.
What are they?
Mum probably uses a really good fertilizer.
Map. We need some of this stuff for our racist grandfather who's downstairs. Man. Oh, we didn't look at these.
Those cogs belong to Dad's living space optimization unit. The machine takes up a total of 3 rooms in our hall.
Where are we going to get hops and grain? Oh, here's a grain mill. What's in here?
There's still some grain in the funnel. Barley, I think.
Get it. Okay, so now we need one more. I think it was hops.
Doesn't look like Mother planted anything in there.
Do I need to...
There is enough barley for the dwarven ale. I don't need more.
Okay, so we don't need to do anything with that. We got to get something else. Let's go... I forget what it is. Let's go ask our dwarf buddy what else we need. Because I forget. It's been a few days since I played. My memory's not that great to begin with.
Hello, Master Brewer, sir.
Aye,
What were those ingredients for the dwarven ale again?
I need crystal
Got
clear
it.
water. Only the best will do. Then I also need some whole hops, a good hand, and I need barley for the malting.
Right.
Okay, so it is hops.
I have a pot of crystal clear water for the dwarven ale.
Show me. Aye.
Okay, here's your
Here's
barley.
some barley from my mum's kitchen. Can it be used for brewing?
It's not.
Okay. Where am I supposed to get hops?
Do you have any idea where I can get the hops?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that thieving rat took the best part of 5 sacks.
The rat took it.
I've not enough left. I've got to be careful with it.
The rat, huh? I have to...
Yeah.
If the rat has stolen that many hops, it might still have something stored in there. There's something in there. Something round. Ugh, hopefully it's not a giant rat dropping. It's a single hop. This is probably all that's left of
Okay.
the stock of hops.
Now I know what to do. Pretty straightforward here, I think.
Okay, I'll plant the hop in the soil.
Okay, now we'll fertilize it.
Let's see what happens. I really can't imagine this stuff. Wow. Good fertilizer, that. Nah.
He was gonna drink it.
Whoa! A huge hop plant with tons of cones. I've picked about 10 cones. That should be enough for the dwarven ale.
Okay. We need to get this taken care of so that we can get started on our adventure. Wilbur's been longing for adventure since he was a wee lad.
Hello, Master Brewer, sir.
Aye, Wilbur.
Here are your pile
I
of
got
hops.
some hops for the ale. Is this enough?
Ho ho! That's enough. I hope you haven't been whipping stuff out of my stock.
No. Well, only indirectly.
And that means I've got all I need to brew the
All right, let's
lovely
go.
dwarven
Let's
ale.
get some dwarven ale, man.
Right, it's all go now then. Hey, laddie, just watch out that you don't get any of that in your eyes. It's dangerous stuff.
I'll be very careful. Thanks very much, sir.
Tell me, Wilbur, what do you need all that junk for? The dwarven ale and all the other stuff that you've been dragging out of here the whole evening.
Well, it's because of the ring. I need it. Grandad's helping me get the ring to the human town safe. Well, quickly.
Oh, Wilbur, it's dangerous for a young gnome like yourself out there.
I know, but I promised that gremlin, and I believe it really could be important. And I'd like to get out of here and achieve something.
Taste some adventure, eh?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think that the ring is all that important. Not everybody's born for having adventures, my lad. But maybe you really do need to get out of here.
Really?
Aye, laddie. You still live with your parents, and you keep company with a very interesting, intelligent old dwarf. But that can't go on forever, can it now? So, if you do leave and go off on an adventure, even if it's just to Seastone, then maybe you'll come back and visit and tell me all about it then, eh?
I promise.
Don't forget us. You're going to have to excuse me now. I've got an appointment.
Okay. I did have a stray random thought about this game. And more so adventure games in general. But
And
you
down
might
we
say,
go.
what's the stray random thought you had, King Kron? Well, I'll tell you. I'm not going to tell you yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until I see it in the game, in this game again. Because it was spurred because I was thinking about the game, like the playthrough so far. And something prompted this idea or this thought. So the next time we see it, the next time I see it in the game, I'll point it out and we'll talk about it. It might be soon, knowing this game.
Excuse me, Colonel Grandad?
Yes, report back.
Here's the cog.
Here's the cog, Grandad. I had to break my flying fish for that.
War always involves sacrifice. Your flying fish was a hero, one of our best. We will honor his memory. Excellent. All we need now is the dwarven ale. Keep on with it.
And here's your dwarven
Here's
ale.
the dwarven ale, Grandad.
Oh, my goodness, we must be careful with this. Now I have everything I need. It won't take long now. Prepare yourself for takeoff.
Take off? What do you mean by take off? That's what you meant by take off.
Absolutely. I've aimed her at the town of the humans. Betsy, too, was, of course, designed to shoot grenades. But I'm confident that she'll get your capsule there, too.
Confident? Get me out of here. Please, Grandad.
Listen, my boy. I'm proud of you. You're doing something very brave. Sure, Wilbur. I'd like you to have these.
Your old aviator goggles. Oh, Grandad, I didn't think...
Too slow, my boy. Fire! Good luck.
Is that sea stone? I expected something more picturesque. That looks like the bad guy's place. Oh, it is the bad guy's place.
Where is it?
He still hasn't told us, Mother.
He will. Who else knows about it?
The Archmage won't know about it yet. We were able to intercept the servant, as you know. But
But
an elf, Mother. She tried to free MacGuffin. She might know something.
she needs to be watched.
Very well.
Are we going back to the elf now?
Now, Mr.
I forget her
Professor,
name.
let us have a little chat.
Oh, this is a nice little cottage.
Oh well, no problem. I am an elf, and I'm fit. What now? I'll get the book out of MacGuffin's secret cellar and take it to the Archmage. No, they were all gone when I got there. They collected the cage and were off. Now it's up to us to get the book. Of course I don't have to, but, well, what else am I going to do? It appears to be very important. And even if it isn't important, those shady fellows want to have that book. It's better that we get it out of the cellar before they get their grubby mitts on it. Then don't help me. Why don't you just fly home? Just don't tell my parents anything. Ungrateful feathered fowl.
Okay. The art, I mean, the production level in this game is just fantastic, especially for the year it came out. I think, what year did it come out? I forget now off the top of my head. Was it 2009? So we're, what, 15 years old or something? I was sitting here thinking that this looks really lovely, but then you got this skull here, you got this weird thing back here. Look at the pumpkins.
A pumpkin patch. Not particularly well cared for. Presumably MacGuffin spends a lot of time buried in his books and not enough time in his garden. A tatty wonky scarecrow. Its clothing has been nibbled by mice, but the hat has something about it.
The hat, huh?
A scarecrow that doesn't even scare Cheep Cheep is clearly of no use whatsoever. Do you have any idea which artifact could be so powerful that it could make
So I
someone
can talk
into
to
the
a
ruler
bird?
of the world? No, that's been lost to the depths of the ocean. No, that's been thrown back into the same fire that was used to forge it. No, I haven't got a clue. It must be something that no one bargained for. Something that no one has ever looked for. It'll be in the Gremlin's book. If only I had it already. Why is that scarecrow not scaring you? Yes, certainly. And how? Normally you're the first to take flight. Good luck, little one, and don't get up to any mischief.
Are you gonna fly away so I can look at the hat?
Better not. I haven't got any news and he'll only start reproaching.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, what I was saying earlier about having a random spare thought. It was when my racist grandfather said, "There is no try, only do," right? And here, when she put the rope on the dragon, when she took the whip on the dragon to climb up, and you got a little theme song from Indiana Jones. And here, this guy is dressed like Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones, right? The hat, I mean, obviously, they even made a reference to it. I don't.
The groundwater is only a few meters down in this region. Presumably. I'd say this is a pretty basic millstone. Grain is tipped into the hole above, and you then turn the upper stone.
Okay.
The flour then comes out of the side.
Okay.
Strange. Someone's fitted a wooden shutter in front of the little window. Looks like the shutter can be opened. It's pretty high up. A large brick fireplace. The fire grates on the outside, not inside the house. That's a bit unusual,
Yeah.
but it does make sense if the professor doesn't wish to have an open fire inside.
That's kind of cool to put like your fireplace on the outside, and then like the heat could transfer in. That's kind of a fun idea.
A daring structure, and just like the whole house, pretty wonky. Doesn't look as if it'll last long.
At some point, it became fashionable.
There's a stone in the undergrowth. There's something written on it, but I can't see what it is.
We'll go walk
That
over
could be
to
a
it.
little gravestone. I can't remove the undergrowth with my bare.
What do you have? Do you have any inventory? No, you don't even have any inventory. Okay. Let's try going to the house. At some point, it became fashionable to put all these little references to pop culture and adventure games. And you see it all over the place.
Would appear to be a mirror frame. There are still a few broken shards of the old mirror around the edges.
Okay,
The mirror's turned so it reflects the fireplace. Strange.
can you get a glass shard? And I'm not sure. I don't know enough about the history of adventure games.
Typical bachelor. Everything in a mess. Plates, pots, cups, covered with a sticky mixture of dust and fat. Dead flies. Oh, yuck.
To know when it started, how prevalent it was. But it's all over adventure gaming. These little in jokes, these little references. Like to get a cheap chuckle, right? Like so having my racist grandfather say a line from Yoda. It's kind of lazy, right? It's kind of first of all, it breaks the immersion. Right, we're playing a fantasy game. Why is there Indiana Jones references and why is there Star Wars references in a fantasy adventure game other than just a cheap way to get a cheeky little chuckle? And I'm not sure I like it. Like it's not clever, right? It's not like you're making a joke. It's not like you're twisting a phrase. It's not, it's just
The back of the fireplace.
it's just
When MacGuffin wanted to heat his
What's
food,
the word I'm
he
looking
just needed
for?
to put it into one of those little stoves.
I want to say lazy.
A small old-fashioned shield. The inside is highly polished.
Okay, so we got some kind of a light puzzle here or something? That's good if we have to fight Medusa. Can we open these?
A standard jelly glowfish. They're everywhere around here. This one here isn't glowing anymore, and won't ever again.
Oh yeah, we saw those in Wilbur's
Jelly
house.
glowfish are really quite frugal animals.
And what I'm
They need
learning...
water and a little bit of food every now and then. I guess this one lacked the latter.
What I'm learning is that, in this game, is that clicking on the same
It
thing
looks like a
twice
base
might
for
be a good
statue.
idea.
It's made out of stone and it's covered with strange characters. There's a six-sided indentation on the base. Perhaps the mounting for a statue. There's a six-sided...
Because the first time I looked at the rat hole, there was nothing. The second time I looked at the rat hole, I got a piece of fur. And there I just looked at something twice and got different descriptions. So if you're stuck in this game...
placed in a wooden box. The box looks very cheap. It could be one of those storage containers.
See, here we go again, right? This is the Ark of the Covenant from Raiders of the Lost
The
Ark.
stone chest is decorated with two angels and has writing on it too.
Is this going to let out spirits that melt my face?
What's likely to happen, eh? Sand. Is it me, or has it just got much warmer in here? The chest is filled to the brim with fine sand. I can hardly sift my way through the sand with my...
There's a lot of stuff in here I got to poke
strange
through.
stone head. It's been roughly hewn but has a few fine embellishments.
Oh, okay.
A little wooden box.
It's going to be easy to
Doesn't look
miss
like
something.
an antique or anything particularly valuable. It has beautiful workmanship, though. It's locked.
Of course it's locked.
Old parchment and yellowing papers, filled with texts in many different foreign languages. Adonisham Western, Quenya and Sindarin, and technical drawings in Kuzdul.
I wonder if there's... Oh, this is where he was
A
sitting
large
at the beginning of the
handwritten
game.
book. It looks like it's been used a lot.
Where he was writing his little memoirs.
It's the gremlin's diary. Perhaps I'll find some hints about the cellar. Let's take a closer look. Who would have ever thought that it would fall to someone like me, an old archaeologist, to stop this madness? And I didn't find the key to it on one of my expeditions, not in dark dungeons or in fiery mountains. Oh no, I discovered the answer in an old book. He must mean the book that was hidden in the cellar, in which the information about the artifact's whereabouts is written. The notes end mid-sentence. I wonder why I haven't heard anything from Archmage Alistair yet. I sent Beetle out with a message for him yesterday morning. I hope nothing has... That was the last entry. There are others before it.
Do I have to read the others before it?
What's this at the beginning of this page?
Yeah.
Today I have been examining the books that I brought back from the Grindle Mountains. Amongst them was a book about herbs and tinctures. An old herbalist was adamant that I would find a recipe to cure my cold feet in it. What a disappointment, though. Just superstitious nonsense about frog eyes and wool socks. I was just about to burn the book when I noticed that the volume contained other things. A disturbing tale of a tragic relationship between a magician and his pet sheep Boris, as well as a travel log written by a fairy explorer.
Okay.
The travel log described how the explorer landed on an island in the West Seas whilst searching for undiscovered fairy tribes. He created several very beautiful sketches of the temple ruins that can be found on that island. I will use these to entertain myself and translate the runes he drew. The next entry was made 2 days later. It's only barely legible. The gremlin appears to have been very excited. It must be the entrance. The wrath of the gods caused the temple to sink into the ocean, of course. But not all, not all. Ye gods, my hands are still shaking despite the fact that Beetle made me a calming herbal tea before he left. Good old Beetle, he has obviously got no clue how significant my discovery is. I have sent him to Master Alistair, the Archmage of the Humans. He is to hand him a sealed letter.
Okay.
Tomorrow Master Alistair will arrive, and I can unburden myself of this terrible responsibility. I will not be able to sleep a wink. And next there's the last entry that I read out before. There's nothing else there.
Okay. What's this diploma? Can't look at it.
There's nothing more there.
Okay. I wonder if there's a button in this.
These are all the things that the professor uses on his digs.
Right, take that stuff. We'll need that stuff. I wonder if there's a button in this to look at all the...
I'll take the sieve. The rest looks pretty useless.
That'll show you all the hot spots like there was in Lost Horizon. I'm going to have to look that up.
Books and more books. Most are ancient tomes. They appear to be written in just about every language. The book that MacGuffin told me about is hidden in the cellar.
Because I have a feeling at some point I'm going to get very upset. Because I missed a pixel.
There is something in there. A little brass key.
Perfect. Grab it. We know where that goes. Right here. I'm saving the sarcophagus to last because that looks the most interesting. What's in there?
Let's see. There's a bit of paper in the box.
A bit of paper,
The
huh?
paper's densely covered with writing. Deus ex machina. The ghost in the machine is the heading. There's also a drawing of a stone figure. At its feet is a vessel containing liquid.
Okay.
Let's take a look. The ghost in the machine is wise to all the secrets of this house. That's what's written here. Blah blah. pour the fuel into the bowl at the foot of the machine to awaken the ghost. Fuel? Ah, here. Grind the beans and tip the powder into boiling water, then pour the mixture into the bowl. We've already had that bit. You'll get the beans from the machine. Strange. A machine that's meant to be familiar with all the secrets of the house.
Is that this? I wonder...
Perhaps a memento from one of the...
Yeah, see, I clicked on that the first time I got a description. The second time I got a little bit of a thought on it. And then boom, it's gone. Like I cleared it up. Anything else?
There is something else.
See?
There's a six-sided flat stone hidden under the paper.
I could have easily missed that. So...
There's something a bit like a knob on the top of it.
So...
Nothing else in there.
Yeah. So I'm learning how this game works. You definitely got to clear everything.
Let's see.
What I was going to say is I was wondering if these rooms are so dense.
Perfectly. I wonder if I... How pretty.
What is it? It's a coffee machine? I wonder if these rooms are so densely packed because obviously they put a lot of production value into this game. So the more you can pack into one screen, right, the longer you can have your player stay on that screen. That's less screens you have to make. Right, you can either...
Ooh, this must be the ominous machine which is reputed to have a ghost living in it. The vessel at its base must be for fuel. The statue has small holes in its nose, and it appears that the mouth could be opened.
Yeah.
Hello, you in there? Ghost, give me beans for your draft. Oh, mighty ghost in the machine, give me the beans for your delicious, godly draft. Let's look at it this way. If you don't give me the beans, then I won't be able to prepare your stupid draft, and that won't be of any use to anyone.
Okay.
Why the wait? Oi, ghost.
Oi.
If you're really so familiar with everything in this house, then tell me, what do I do now? Hello?
See, that's another thing. What about slang like oi? You know, should that be in a fantasy setting?
Oi, ghost. If you're really so familiar... Hello? The vessel's a few centimetres deep and empty. There are some brown stains on the bottom. The vessel's
Alright, let's see if we can get some water. How do I get out of here? Here's a wooden tub I missed before.
A wooden tub, about half full of water. Oh, great. This has the professor's washing floating around in it. White shirts, grey socks, red underpants. A wooden tub, about... Oh, great.
Okay, see, that doesn't clear. So, I'll be using that again in the future.
I'm definitely not tidying up here.
And the chaos cleared. Okay, see, you gotta learn the foibles of every little adventure game you play.
A carpenter's cup. It looks old.
So, okay, now we got the Holy Grail too.
Not really worth a closer look. Would appear to be a mirror frame. There are still a few broken shards of the old mirror around the edges. The mirror's turned so it reflects the fireplace.
So what if I take this reflective shield and put it in here to replace what the mirror was doing?
Not quite as good as a real mirror, but I can see my reflection.
Okay. Now, I'm not sure what that's going to do for us.
Looking good, as usual. I can only see myself and a portion of the room.
Okay, we haven't looked at this yet. Anyway, I think I'm coming down on that I'm kind of tired of all these pop references and stuff in games like this. I think they're starting to annoy me. It's just like lazy. And they're always obvious, right? They're always like, it's not like they're making some obscure reference from an 80s movie or a 90s movie. they're making really obvious references that anybody can get just for a cheap gag. Instead of, I mean, the writing in this is pretty good. Like, why stoop to that? I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Looks like a very ancient sarcophagus. Oh, strange. There are hinges on it, just like a door.
Ah! What the hell?
Shame. Just a stinky mummy. What have we here?
What are you doing, Mortimer?
What the... Did you just speak? You speak?
Me? No.
Well, yes you do, quite obviously.
What is obvious?
That you can and do speak.
But of course.
But you just said that you didn't.
Why are you being so strange, Mortimer?
I'm not Mortimer.
Where is Mortimer?
You mean MacGuffin, the gremlin archaeologist who lives here, yes?
What?
Mortimer.
Yes?
You're called Mortimer?
No, of course not.
I think we're finished with this conversation.
I think you are slowly losing your marbles, Mortimer.
Presumably the sarcophagus lacks oxygen.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do with that now? I think we gotta get this fire going, obviously. I'm thinking this turns into a staircase going down to the basement, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, maybe when the sun comes in, it hits this, it lights up this. So there's light in the cellar. I don't have a cup. Okay, let's go back out and see if we can figure out anything out here. So it's like that, what I was saying, like that first area was only like 3 screens. I guess 4 if you count the kitchen. And you had, you know, a good hour gameplay there. And now here we've got like 2 screens, right? Oh, here's a well. Obviously we should get water from there.
The well rope is fastened to the windlass. Doesn't look particularly strong. The well rope is fastened... That was suspiciously easy. The rope is broken and the bucket's probably at the bottom of the well where it's of no use to anyone. The rope is broken. Presumably the years spent soaked in water have rotted it away.
They act like Mortimer hasn't been here. They act like Mortimer hasn't been here in like years. You know what I mean? Maybe he just didn't take care of the place. Oh, I see a watering can there.
It works. The beans are being ground to powder. That's it.
Okay.
A pile
Stack of wood.
logs. There is no way that MacGuffin will get through the winter with such a small amount, not even autumn. Three should be enough.
3 should be enough, huh?
Once they get going, they'll burn for a few hours.
Okay, no need to light it yet.
An old watering can made out of metal. It's small even by gremlin standards.
See, coming in, I didn't notice this watering can or even this firewood, but coming out, since I know I'm looking for it.
An old watering can made out of metal. It's small even by gremlin standards.
It stood out to me right away.
That should hold.
Oh, is this how we let light in?
Let's give it a whirl.
We gotta open this to let light in?
It worked. This means that I have a gremlin watering can full of water.
Okay. So we got the powder, we got the watering can.
A pile of parchments and papers, very old and a bit fragile. A pile of parchments,
Yeah, what's this one again? Oh, this is about the...
beans, all present and correct. And what was that about the fuel again? Ah, yes, here. Grind the beans and pour the powder into boiling water.
Alright. Let's keep looking.
Strange. Someone's fitted a wooden shutter in front of the... Looks like the shutter can be opened.
Okay, we gotta find something to open that window. We keep coming back to the pumpkins. That didn't clear yet.
The pumpkins should have been harvested long ago. Some are already starting to go mouldy.
Okay, I can't pick them up.
I can't remove the undergrowth with my bare hands.
Why
It's
not?
very dense and has thorns.
I don't have anything to remove that, but it sounds like there's something I need to do. What's under this flower pot? I didn't see that before.
An upturned flower pot made of clay. There's a stone under it. That could be a firestone. That's coming with me. Presumably the professor wanted to prevent the stone getting wet.
Okay, so it's like a flint and tinder?
I can't set fire to logs just with a firestone. I need something that lights easily to get the fire started properly.
Unimaginably valuable documents? Exactly, that's kind of funny. Just because they were named that,
They'll burn
it's
well.
pretty obvious.
They're dry as bone. I'll give it a go. What?
What? Why'd she turn around? Like, did I accidentally click on her or something? Hey, look at the metal frame.
A swinging metal frame. You can hang pots or something of that sort onto it and then swing it over the fire.
Okay, here we go.
The watering can with the cold well water is hanging on the metal arm. Let's see.
I can't see what's going on. She's blocking my view.
The water's boiling. A watering can full of hot water. Very well. The water's turning brown. And it smells... lovely. That's the fuel for the machine sorted.
Okay. So far, I wouldn't say any of the puzzles are all that challenging or clever. It's just finding stuff, right? Getting...
And woe betide if this whole effort's in vain.
Getting things to work together. Is there a damn monkey in there?
Hello? You there, ghost. I have to find the secret cellar. Will you help me?
He's got a trained monkey that likes coffee.
Oh no.
Is that Beetle? We haven't met Beetle yet. I knew it.
Thanks. A clever mechanism.
Do you see how she said clever mechanism and not clever mechanic? Do you hear that, internet?
So this is the
It's a mechanism, it's not a mechanic. Don't get me started.
The cellar continues on behind these bars. I can't see anything, but I bet that the book's in there somewhere.
Okay, so we need this wooden
A
staff.
approximately 2 meters long with a top made of bronze. Looks like something's missing there. This picture seems to indicate that a ruby belongs in there.
Yeah, can you grab this, please? Can I use that to open the shutter up top?
The windows open. The last rays of sunlight can enter the house.
Okay. Yeah, see? I had that figured the whole time. Now we can explore.
A picture on a stone slab. It depicts a man in a robe with a staff in his hand. A jewel is glinting in the headpiece of the staff. Some sort of light beam shining on it.
Okay, so we're going to need to... Can I adjust this better?
The light beam is reflected by the little figure's mirror. The light beam is reflected by the little figure's mirror. But it's the sad remains of extinct cultures and of the last camping trip. I can't discover anything of interest amongst this junk.
So if you play this game, make sure you click on everything at least twice.
A small circular opening in the ground. It's decorated with an ancient script, just like the picture on the wall. A small circular...
Okay, so let's put this in here. Now we got 2 jewels over here.
Guess
Garden
even
shears.
A secret cellar is
Okay.
in the end just a cellar, and all cellars have gardening tools.
Get the
such as
shears,
these
get the
gardening
shears, get the shears. We're going back up top. If I would have found them the first time, I wouldn't have had to
As
make
long
2
as I'm not
trips.
expected to do the gardening now.
Again, you got the double click for fast exit, which we like. Okay. Let's see what's going on over here
I
finally.
don't believe it. Now I've ended up doing the gardening. It is indeed a gravestone.
Okay, what's it say? Why are you always in the way, lady?
A little gravestone made of granite that's got Kinski inscribed on it.
Kinski?
A little gravestone made of granite that's got Kinski inscribed on it.
I'm gonna write that down in my adventurer's journal, my fancy adventurer's journal, because I'm not sure when I'll play this again. It might be a few days. Let me grab it quick. What we're gonna do is let's head back downstairs. I need to go forward more. And I got a lot of crap written in this thing. Kinski. K-I-N-S-K-I. Got it. Seared into my brain. This seems like a good stopping point here. We've been playing about 45 minutes. I need to start thinking about how long it's going to take me to play games, because we're going to be doing in October. We're going to be doing a big Oktoberfest, all horror games all October long. October's my time of year. I love it. So I know it's still only the second week of August, but some of these games take 3-4 weeks to finish when I'm only doing 45 minutes an hour a day. So we'll have to start playing it by ear here coming up. How fast we want to move, all that. That doesn't matter. No one cares about that except me. So you know what? I'm just going to leave you to it. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on the Book of Unwritten Tales. Bye now.